So topic is file system hierarchy. See, once we install Windows operating system, if you open C drive, A and B are reserved for floppy. Whether we are using or not, A and B are reserved for floppy. It starts creating the drives from C. Once you open your C drive, there you can see subdirectories. In C drive, we can see subdirectories. In C, we have subdirectories like documents, users, administrator, downloads, library. You can see different folders you can see under C drive. Am I right? They are the default folders. We don't create. They come along with your C drive. Are you getting what I'm telling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Windows, once we install the operating system, if you open your C drive, there you can see default folders. Same like that in Linux also, once we install operating system. In Linux, once we install operating system, so you will get some default directories. In Windows, we call folder. In Linux, we call directory. Only name is different. Okay, so these are the default directories we have in Linux. These are the default directories. Okay, so let's discuss about these directories. First one is forward slash. Forward slash is a parent directory. Forward slash. It is a parent directory. What is directory means? Directory means folder. In Windows, we call directory, folder. In Linux, we call directory. What is the use of this directory means? Directories are used for storing content. It may be files or subdirectories. Okay. So forward slash is a parent directory or top level directory in Linux. Okay, and this forward slash contains subdirectories. These are the subdirectories under forward slash. Okay, and this is similar to C drive in Windows. In Windows, C drive is primary partition, right? In Linux, forward slash is a primary partition. We can see. So I'm repeating again, forward slash. It is a parent directory or top level directory in Linux. And it is similar to C drive in Windows. Okay, and it contains what it contains. It contains subdirectories. These are the subdirectories under forward slash. So the first subdirectory is root. Root is the home directory for super user. Super user means administrator. Root is the home directory for super user. Vinay, you are there in a Telegram group?
No, they have not added me yet. I mailed them yesterday, but no.
So not mail. You send them message, WhatsApp message.
WhatsApp message. Okay.
Wait, I'll give number.
Number.
Those who already registered and are not yet added in the Telegram group. You are receiving recording videos?
Yeah, that in the Google Drive, I'm getting that. They have made a folder and
Yeah, that's yes, that's what.
Ma'am, I have also registered, but they have not added me to Telegram. I will message them today.
Yeah, I will send you the number. Wait.
Okay.
Check chat box. I'll send the number.
Okay.
You got the number, right, Sridhar?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
Vinay?
I got.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, just message them and ask them to add you in the Telegram group.
Yes, sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There itself, we got the link, right? The recording link.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, yesterday I missed the class. They told me that they will send the recording link to me, but that's fine, ma'am. I'll take it and I will watch it. Thank you.
Just go through the recording video. Any doubt is there, you can ask me.
Sure. Thank you.
So root is the home directory for super user. Super user means administrator. In Windows, we call administrator. Here we call super user. So administrator means what? They have full privileges. They have full access. Right. So in Linux, we call it as super user. Super user home directory is root. It means when you log in as a super user and you are creating any files or directories, by default, the data is going to store under root. If you want to change the location, you can change the location. But by default, the data is going to store under root. The next one is home. Home is the home directory for normal user. As a normal user, you logged in into your computer and you are creating any files or directories. By default, the data is going to store under home. Now assume you created a user Tom. Immediately, it creates a directory with the same username Tom. Where it creates the directory means under home directory. Okay, so when you log in as a Tom user and Tom is creating any files or directories, by default data is going to store under home. Now assume again you created a user Jerry. Immediately it creates a directory called Jerry, where it creates the directory under home. It means now in home directory there are two subdirectories, Tom and Jerry. Now, when Jerry logged in and Jerry is creating any files and directories, the data is going to store under Jerry's directories, which is under home. And when Tom logged in and Tom is creating any files and directories, that data is going to store under Tom's directory, which is under home. So like that, for every user, it creates a directory, own directories under home. When the user logged in and creating any files or directories, by default, the data going to store under their own directories. Here also, if you want to change the location, you can change the location. But by default, it stores the data in their own directories. Is that clear? / root and home are clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll repeat once again. So / means it is a parent directory or top level directory in Linux. Okay, / is similar to C drive in Windows and it contains subdirectories. Directory means folder. Root is the home directory for super user. Okay, and home is the home directory for normal user. And next one is boot. Boot contains bootable files. Operating system bootable files are stored under boot. And also it contains kernel. Up to version 6, kernel also stored under boot. What is kernel means? It is an interface between shell and hardware. So before transferring the data to hardware environment, first kernel checks whether the data is supported by hardware or not. Okay. So about this kernel, in further classes, I'll give the notes also. We'll discuss again. So boot contains kernel and bootable files. Operating system bootable files. And next one is sbin. Sbin contains super user commands. The commands which can be executed by super user. That commands are stored under sbin. Bin contains normal user commands. The commands which can be executed by normal user. That commands are stored under bin. USR contains default applications. Applications which comes along with operating system. That applications are stored under USR. Okay. Default applications are stored under USR. And next one is var. Var contains variable files. System log files are stored under var. Dev contains devices information. Var variable files. System log files are stored under var. It is similar to your task manager in Windows. Okay, so how many users are logged in? how much CPU memory they are using, how much RAM they are using. It will store all the information there. Every user information it will store there. And next one is dev. Dev contains devices information. Devices means partitions. In Windows, we call partitions or drive. Here we call device. So dev contains devices information, like how many partitions are created, how much space is used. All the information is maintained by dev. etc contains configuration file. System configuration files are stored under etc. Linux, as we discussed, Linux works with configuration files, no setup files here. Right. So all the configuration files are stored under etc. I'm repeating again. /, it is a parent directory or top level directory in Linux. / contains subdirectories and it is similar to C drive in Windows. Okay, so root is the home directory for super user. As a super user, we logged in into computer and we are creating any files or directories. By default, data is going to store under root. Home is the home directory for normal user. As a normal user, we logged in into our computer and we are creating any files or directories. By default, data is going to store under home. The next one is boot. Boot contains bootable files and kernel. The next one is sbin. Sbin contains super user commands. The commands which can be executed by super user. That commands are stored under sbin. Bin contains normal user commands. The commands which can be executed by normal user. That commands are stored under bin. Var contains variable files. System variable files. Log files are stored under var. USR contains default applications. Applications which comes along with operating system. That applications are stored under USR. Dev contains devices informations, means partitions information. etc contains configuration files. System configuration files are stored under etc. OPT contains optional applications. Applications which we install manually. OPT contains optional applications. Applications which we install manually. Okay, like some applications we install manually. They are not compulsory. We install manually. You want to do some practice, you will install VMware software, you will install packet tracer software, or some softwares we will install for different requirements. So applications which we install manually, they are not compulsory. We install them manually. So that type of applications are stored under OPT. Next, media. Media contains external devices information. Like external hard disk, external DVD writers, USB information is maintained in media up to RHEL version 6. Okay, MNT contains mounted directories information, means linked directories information. In Linux, every partition is linked with one directory. Okay, so which partition is linked with which directory? That information is maintained by MNT. And run contains external devices information and kernel information from RHEL 7. From version 7, external devices information is maintained by run. So these are the directories we have. Is these directories are clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This
Fine.
after RHEL 6, where are the kernel located? Kernel
Run in run directory.
Run directory.
Located in directory.
Okay.
Ma'am, one more question. The difference between sbin and bin, ma'am. Sbin is used to store the commands, right? the regular user
SBin
command.
is used to store super user commands.
Super user, and bin is for normal user only, right?
Normal user. When normal user logged in and executing any command means, first it will check in bin directory whether the command is there or not. If the command is available in bin directory, it will show you output.
Okay. Okay.
If the command is not there, it will not give you output.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
brief run once more?
Sorry?
That run, can you brief run once more?
Contains external devices information and kernel information from version 7.
External device, as you told, like it will be present in media.
Media up to version 6.
Oh, okay.
From version 7 onwards, run contains external devices information and kernel.
Yeah, okay.
Just revise all the directories. Any doubts are there? Let me know. I'll explain.
Can you brief OPT once more, ma'am?
OPT, optional applications. Applications which we install manually. Some applications will install it. They are not compulsory. Like I want to install VMware software for practicing. I want to install Packet Tracer software for practicing CCNA routers configurations. Like this, something. I want to install Maya software for doing animation works. I want to install Oracle. So that if something we are installing manually means, so that applications are stored under OPT.
Here, like services we install is also stored here.
Sorry?
The services we install is also stored here in OPT directory. Services like HTTPD, VSFTPD, all this kind of. It will go to ETC.
They are stored under media.
Okay.
They're stored under media.
The services?
Yeah. That you will get in Linux administration.
Okay.
Like installation, everything. How to install, where they're stored, or everything you'll get in Linux administration. Any more doubts? Just check it and let me know.
Mount. Fine.
Clear, right? This all? Everyone?
Yeah, all clear.
Fine. Now I want to install operating system. So in order to install the operating system, recommended partitions in Linux and basic hardware requirement. So here minimum hardware requirement for installing the operating system. If you are installing with text command line interface, 512 MB RAM is required. If you are installing in GUI, graphical user interface, 1 GB RAM is required. And hard disk for command line interface, 10 GB is enough. For graphical user interface, 15 GB space is enough. And dual core processor is there. We can go through this. If you have less than this also, it will install. And these are the recommended partitions in Linux. They are not compulsory. Recommended partitions in Linux. Okay. So compulsory partitions means forward slash. It is a compulsory partition. Why forward slash is compulsory means forward slash is a parent directory or the top level directory in Linux. So it is compulsory partition. Forward slash is compulsory partition in Linux. Why forward slash is compulsory? It is a parent directory. So it is compulsory. And one more partition is there. One more is there. That is swap. Swap also compulsory partition in Linux while installing the operating system. What is swap means? It is a virtual memory. Then what is the use of? So virtual memory means this is not physical device. It is a virtual device. Virtual device means which we cannot touch. So using hard disk space, we create this swap memory. There is no separate memory. There is no separate device. Okay. So we'll take the space from hard disk and we'll make it as a swap memory. Okay. What is the use of swap means? It is used to increase the speed of physical memory. Means it is used to increase the speed of RAM. It is used to increase the speed of RAM. So this is also compulsory partition while installing the operating system in Linux. Okay. So forward slash and swap are the compulsory partitions. In some interviews, as a fresher you're going means they'll ask also. In written test, they may ask, or orally also they may ask, what are the compulsory partitions? Forward slash and swap are the compulsory partitions in Linux. And next one is slash boot. This is not compulsory partition, recommended partition. Slash boot contains bootable files, right? So it is recommended to create while installing the operating system to avoid wastage. See, it requires 200 to 500 MB space. That's it. So if you create manually slash boot and if you fix some size like between 200 to 500 MB space, if you fix, it will use only that space. It will not take any space from forward slash. And slash home also recommended, not compulsory. Slash home contains excuse me. What is slash home means what? Home directory for normal user, right? So as a normal user, we logged in and we created any files or directories, the data is going to store under home. So if you give any specific size to slash home, like 100 GB, 200 GB, some size if you specified to slash home means, see, you're giving only 10 GB space to forward slash. And if you are giving 500 GB space to slash home means when normal user logged in and creating any files or directories, they will use that 500 GB space. If you don't create slash home separately, also not a problem. It will take the space from forward slash. Whatever the space we gave to forward slash, home also uses that space only because home is under forward slash. Okay, so if you have normal desktop or laptop, you're not going to create normal user because it is your own machine. So in that case, slash home is not required. And next one is slash USR and slash var. These two are recommended in server PCs. They are not required in client PC. They are recommended in server PCs. Slash USR and /var are recommended in server machine. /var is recommended in server machine to maintain log files of every employee, every user log file. So it will maintain. So creating /var is recommended in server PC. What is the purpose of creating? It is there already in forward slash, right? See, if you don't create /var means it creates automatically under forward slash. But it uses the space of forward slash, whatever the space we give to forward slash. So it will share that space to var also. But var required more space because all the users log files it will store in it. That is the reason what administrators will do is they will create separately forward slash and they will give more space to forward slash. Separate space they will fix to store all the users information because log files are important. And next one is USR. USR also recommended in server machines. Okay, so USR contains default applications, right? Applications which comes along with operating system. So they will give separately space for USR in order to run all the applications without any interruptions. Because server means they will run all the applications whether we are using or not. Backend they will run all the applications because they don't know which user required which type of service. So in order to run all the applications without any interruption, they will create /USR with more space in server machines. So these are the recommended partitions in Linux. Forward slash and swap are the compulsory partition and remaining are recommended partitions in Linux. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Fine. Now, I want to practice Linux or I want to practice shell. So in order to practice shell, we need an operating system, right? So I want to install operating system. You can install Unix or Linux, whatever. Commands are same and the scripting is same, everything is same there. So one operating system you want to install. Anything you want to install. Okay, now in order to install the operating system, we have three methods. One is you already have Windows in your laptop, right? Remove that Windows. Format your hard disk, remove the Windows and install Linux operating system. That is one option. But in that option, we are losing our Windows. But you don't want to lose your Windows because you are using Linux only for practice purpose. Main, you want to use Windows only. Okay, so you don't want to go with first option. The second option, dual operating system. So in dual operating system, you can use two operating systems, not at a time, one after one. Either Windows or Linux, both you can use. Okay, in order to install dual operating system, first what to do? First, format your hard disk, entire hard disk. Then install, assume there is a 1 TB hard disk in your computer, format it. So for example, using 700 GB, create Windows operating system. And in remaining space is called as non-DOS partition. In that remaining space, you can install Linux operating system. Okay, so there you have two operating system, dual operating system. When you switch on your computer, it will show two operating systems. So which one you want to log in, you can click on that operating system. It will log in into that operating system. But here, what is the problem? Here also you are formatting your hard disk. It means here also we lost our personal data. First we need to format hard disk, then only you can install dual operating system. So you don't want to go like that also. You don't want to remove your Windows operating system. Okay, so we have the third option, that is virtual machine. There is a third party tool like virtual machine. I'll show it. See, this is virtual machine, VMware software. Okay, so what is the use of this software? Means using this software, VMware software, you can create virtual computers. See, I created virtual computers. So like this, you can create virtual computers. Computer you can create. Instead of purchasing new computer, you can create virtually one computer. And you can install the operating system in that computer. Whatever operating system you want, you can install there. Okay, I'm repeating, virtual machine. This is the VMware software. Using this software, we can create virtual computer. Logically, we can create one computer. It means physically we cannot touch them like this. They are the computers I have. Physically, we cannot see. I have a computer with 1 GB memory, 1 processor and 40 GB hard disk. I created it. Same like that, you can create your own computers. And in that computer, you can install the operating system. Which operating system? Means any operating system you can install. It may be Windows, it may be Linux, you can install any operating system. It may be UNIX, anything you can install there. Okay. So, anyone have an idea about the virtual machine?
It's just a virtual server, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, Oracle VM is there. Virtual box is there. So now, for practicing purpose, install VMware software. I already installed. Okay. If you have Windows 7, install VM 12. If you have Windows 10, install VM 15. If you have operating system, Windows 11, install VM 16 or 17. But 16 is recommended.
Hmm.
Based on your Windows operating system, you need to download VMware.
Okay.
Okay. So you download VMware software and install based on your Windows. Which one you have, based on that you can install. Those are using Windows 11, install VMware 16.
Hmm.
See, after installing VMware software, so when you open, it will show like this. Okay, so in sometimes it will show create virtual machine. Here it will show that option. So you can also click on file, and here there is an option new virtual machine. Click on it. How to create virtual machine I'm showing. After installing VMware software, open your virtual machine, VMware Workstation Pro. This is Pro. Then click on next. Next, click on I will install the operating system later. Now, you can select which operating system you want to install. You can select that operating system. I want to install Linux. Other also it will show here. Options. Many it will show. I want to install Linux. Any version you can install. Next. So name of your virtual machine. You can give anything. Any other name also you can give. See, for example, I'm giving shell. It is not compulsory. You can just leave it. You can leave it. And where you want to create this virtual machine. Click on browse. Now here, check where you have the space. I have space in this drive. Select that drive. You can give any name. Select the drive. Create a new folder. For that folder, you can give any name. Then click on OK. So here you're going to create your virtual machine. Next. How much space you want to give for your virtual machine? I want to give 40 GB space. And I want to create using single file. Next. Finish. So my virtual machine is created. With 1 GB RAM, 1 processor and 40 GB hard disk. Is this clear or you want me to show again?
Can you please show me once more?
Yeah, sure. Again, I'm showing. Click on File, New Virtual Machine. Next, I will install the operating system later. Next, which operating system you want to install? I want to install Linux. Next, and virtual machine name. Name is not compulsory, but if you want, you can give that. So, and where you want to create the virtual machine, click on Browse and this PC. In this PC where you want to install, create virtual machine. I want to create in my D drive. So make a new folder. Folder name can be anything. I'm giving shell OS. Okay. Select that folder. Okay. Next. How much space you want to give for that particular folder? I'm reserving 40 GB. Store virtual disk as a single file. Select this option. Next. Finish. Clear?
Yeah.
Now click on CD or DVD. Now click on use ISO image file. But before that, copy ISO image file into your computer. ISO image file I will share in Telegram group. I'll share it. Okay, so use ISO image file. Select this option and browse for the ISO image file where you saved. Just click, select it, open. So ISO image file is selected. Okay. Now you can start installing. If you click on power on this virtual machine, it will start installation part. Installation I will show in the next session because we don't have time to complete installation. Okay,
Yeah.
so installation we'll see in next session. Once installation is completed, daily labs will be there. Okay, as I told, whatever the lab I will explain, I will share the notes on Telegram group. So those who registered, those who paid already, ask them to add into the Telegram group. Don't forget. I send the number, right?
Yeah,
Just
I
ping
have
them.
pinged
Yeah,
in.
ping
I
them.
have pinged in
Mention
WhatsApp.
your group
Program
batch
number.
timings also.
Hmm.
Your batch name and timings also mention to them.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Is there anyone who else already registered? Only Vinay and Sridhar. Is there anyone? Okay, fine. So that's it. This is for today's session. Those who are attending at demo, I think this is the last session for demo. I think they may change the link. For regular batches, I mean, those who registered already, classes will be their continuation. Okay, so this is for today's session. Thank you for the session. We'll meet on the next session.
Ma'am, the same timing and same link, right?
Yes,
Or
yes.
the
Timing
link
is same.
yes,
Timing
link.
is same. If they change the link, they will let you know.
Okay, got it. Thank
They'll send the mail. They may change the link because this is a free link, right?
you. Got it. Got it.
yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, they may change the link. Fine. Thank you for the session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.